Especially since we just had that conversation, like, Ati showing up for that makes me think like, oh, maybe I was supposed to talk to Ati up here before I did that. Like, I was thinking this was potentially like you're about to have a final boss fight, and it's like, oh, you're about to get the bad end. But even if that is the case, I would probably want to do it. Just, you know, so we can see at least what a bad end looks like. Because as I've mentioned before, so often in Metroidvanias, I never even get to see that ending because I just pick up all the mission critical items before even trying. The vessel is broken, so is the heart, so are we all. Without a purpose, going on would only strain us even thinner. It's best to let go peacefully now while we still can. We've earned our rest. Is that it? Sister, you still insist, yet you can't prove me wrong. Please renounce, this is your final warning. Very well. If my words can't reach you, then maybe my actions will. Okay, it does appear to be a boss fight. Oh? Okay. Is this icy? Ati, Keeper of the Heart. We bow to each other. Uh-huh. You're me. Whoop. Ow. Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Ow. Ooh. I thought I dodged that. Did not, apparently. I thought you kind of seemed like the final boss. You can take some hits. Ow. This feels like something I could do. Okay, so we do know that's a fight. We do know that's a fight now. As I expected. I think I should probably go try this one first, though. Just because we've had the ability to do this one for way longer. So I think it's a good call. So we should go try this one first. Oh, I'm not even using my whole matrix. Whoops. Okay, so let's take this off, that off. Additional layer of protection is not useful. Increases the number of modifier slots. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we have 120 to play with. Obviously none of this stuff is useful. Energy recharges quicker. No. Using the hairpin, the next attack will be a heavy strike. Next attack will stun. Not useful. Large increase to energy when attacking an enemy is pretty good. Let's definitely get that. Definitely get that. An explosion when I take a hit. Using the hairpin generates a copy that enemies will attack first. The decoy explodes. Dodging an attack generates an energy shard. No longer drops on death. Increased gliding speed. Damage increased on enemies temporarily. Increases. Interesting. Trail that hurts targets after using the hairpin. That could be good. Extra layer of protection for every 3 enemies. Sail generates a static storm. Slice enemies. When MIO stays on the ground for a short time. That could be useful. That I will take. Okay, so use the hairpin. We have the potential to get a free hit back. That could potentially be extremely good for this boss fight. I just have to stay on the ground for a long period of time. The question is, how easy is that? Is that what that one just was right there? Kind of gave me one. Oh. How in the hell do I get in there? Oh, do I gotta come from that end? Oh, that's weird. I guess so, huh? I don't think I can take this elevator back down there, but... so I should put this over here, not there. because that's probably where we need to access it from. Alright, the embedding palace, and these are the embedders. Like I said, this seems like it was kind of a difficult fight when I ran into it earlier. I'll be interested to see... Maybe I'll have an easier time now. I'm more experienced. I have better stuff. I have more damage. Ooh, they also have these in this area, so I can hit the bosses with these. That's something to consider. Sol and Vin, the last embedders. Oh, okay, well that did hit that. Okay, well that was a short fight, jeez. Yeah. I mean, when they can just destroy my thing like that, this is going to be a toughie. I didn't even get to see how much damage I was actually doing to them. But yeah, I can hit them with that little thing, slingshot, which I think will help do some more damage because it seems to mark them and then they take like an absurd amount of damage when you hit them. So trying to play safe and in doing that might be the call. Yeah, see, it just gave me my thing back. So you don't have to stay on the ground long to get that back. The question is, will that successfully stop me from dying if I just have like one of those? Like, is the enemy just removing all of my shield when they hit me? Or are they doing like 4 damage each hit? I think they're just removing all of my shield when they hit me, but I'm not sure. Alright, Ornstein and Smo. Okay. Okay, that was good. Oh. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Whoa. Oh, that was the sweep across the screen. Damn. I even got that big hit. Yeah, they seem like way harder than most other bosses. Quite frankly, they seem harder than Ati, if I'm going to be real. I need to pay attention to how much damage I'm actually doing to their health bar. Cause if they're taking a lot of damage, it won't be that bad. But if they're not taking a lot of damage, this is going to be painful. I think painful would be a good way to describe it. Because that means I just have to learn their attack patterns really well, which, you know, is obviously doable. I don't think that's outside of my abilities, but we have not been tested that hard yet. Like I said, I even took less HP to try and make this a little bit easier. Uh-huh. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Kinda hovering off the side seems like a good call. Whoop. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you were gonna come down with that. Whew. Yeah, having to watch 2 enemies at once is kind of hard. Honestly, you get your thing back from sitting on the ground. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to use it, quite frankly. If they did the same thing every single time, it wouldn't be that bad. But it's the fact that one of them can be doing one thing and another one can be doing another thing that it makes it really dangerous and hard to follow. Because I think of, like, you know, the dancers in Silk Song, like, they're usually doing the same kind of attacks just on a beat. These, though, like, one of them can be doing one thing and another one can be doing another thing. And they also just do way more damage than the dancers. And you can't really heal in this game like you can in Silk Song, so there's less margin for error. Hitting the things seems to, like, kinda help sometimes, but I think the main thing we need to do is just learn the timings for their attacks. Like that's the thing that needs to happen. Okay, and then they're doing that. Ow, I tried to parry that. Uh-huh. That's not an attack, even though it looks like it is. Ow. I dodged the one, but I couldn't dodge the second. Is this something I'm supposed to do later? Like, there's no way. I could have ran into this way earlier. I think it is just a get good moment. It must be, right? Like I said, they seem like they're harder even than Ahti, although I never made it to Ahti's second phase, to be fair. But they seem pretty damn strong. Like, I'm not even getting to the halfway point, which is where I imagine they would get even more difficult. Maybe I try an attempt where I am just totally quiet and 100% locked in to see if maybe, you know, taking the talking out of the equation helps my brain focus on them a little bit more. Let's try. Was not ready for that. Oh, I thought they were faking again, and then I got distracted by the one in the top right. That was a pretty good attempt for being quiet. I definitely made it further that time. I still think my damage is lacking, though. I think that's definitely a problem. We might take the thing off that gives me my, like, refunds my heal. Because it just doesn't seem useful, honestly. And it cost 40. So, I just don't, I thought maybe that would be, like, kind of a cheesy way to help with this boss fight. But I can't even really find a time to get it to proc. So, don't think I'm going to cut this attempt out yet. I think I may try being quiet again and mostly just speaking up when I need to. I think that's kind of just going to be required for this fight. So this might be a boring video as far as commentary goes, but it's not like my commentary is anything to write home about in the first place. Wasn't ready for the second. Oh, that did work. That did work. I was sitting on the ground long enough. I had a free hit there, and it just saved me. Yep, there it is. That helps. Okay, sit on the ground. It will help you. Okay, obviously can't do it for that one. Okay, I got it back. Problem here is I never really get a good chance to hit them. Okay, I've seen what they kind of do during this phase. They fake you out until they finally do their attack. Ow, that was way faster than I thought. Ow, I pressed it a second too late. Damn. Okay. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. That was close. I've realized, okay, I just wasn't standing on the ground long enough for this, and it does actually help. So we are keeping this thing on, because that's the only reason I even made it that far. But I think that's the play. And we're getting a little bit more used to their attacks. I need to be better about actually reacting to them. If I had something that widened the dodge window, or made like the cooldown lower, I would definitely put that on. But not really an option. So that was a close attempt, and they didn't seem to get harder. It basically just pulls the platform in, but that's not really that much of a hard phase change. They don't get new attacks. It's just you have less room to maneuver, which is fine. Like that I can deal with. Oh, well, that was a flub. Okay, that was just terrible. I took that damage at the beginning because I was just trying to stand there. And, yeah, that went terribly. It went terribly. It's definitely one of the harder fights in the game, mostly because, like I said, it is just so easy to die. That you have to be pretty careful. I don't know what the timing on that thing is to, like how many seconds you have to sit on the ground to get it to pop. But I want to say it seems like 5 or 10 seconds. Probably closer to 5. 10 seems a little bit long. So just stand on the ground for 5 seconds and you get it. It seems like it takes dodging. It doesn't count dodging as like being off the ground, like you're still on the ground. So I can dodge freely. But dodge when you don't have shield, and don't, you know, the other times. Okay. Ow, I still got hit by you. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this time to heal. Ow, well, that saved me. Oh my god, they did that attack? That's the worst one they could have possibly done twice in a row. Damn. Yeah, that's the worst one they could have done. The 2 swipes, especially when they're offset from each other, like when they do it at the same time, you just stand in the middle and dodge once. But when they're offset like that, you have to do it two times real fast. Okay. One more attempt shown on camera, and then I'll probably just show all the deaths, and we'll see. I'm gonna try to lock in and really, really, really get it done this time. I'm gonna try my hardest. That probably doesn't mean much, but... Alright. No, I didn't think that was gonna hit me. We were kind of cooking there. It's just really hard to get hits in on them in that final phase because they move so quickly. You really need to wait until they do the thing where they kind of fly off the screen and kind of like do little flourishes to get some hits in. But I was kind of on borrowed time there because I just kept getting hit while trying to get my shield back. But this thing definitely seems like what you want for this boss. At least if you're bad like me, so... Alright, now starts the attempts where I'm just like, okay, I'm dying a bunch. We can't show all of these, so... Ah, that was just a death because I was standing in the wrong spot. I was trying to get my shield back by standing still, but yeah, they did a nasty combo on me. Swipe on the bottom, so I, you know, had to dodge that one and then just Helm Splitter on my skull. Okay, that was just a weird interaction because I accidentally fell off the map and it spawned me on top of a platform right in the middle of one of their attacks. So, whoops. Ah, I got baited. I thought the one in the top right was doing the sweep, but they were just doing that, quite frankly, useless attack where they just kind of throw it at the ground at a random spot. It's not random, it's probably tracking you, but it always baits me into thinking it's the sweep. I can't properly describe how difficult it is to keep track of two different enemies and their attacks at the same time. It's a lot. Oh, I think my free heal was just about to come back. I had been standing on the ground for quite a bit, and they just barely clipped me there. Yeah, this is definitely, like, by and large, the most difficult thing in the game so far. It feels weird. That's why I'm saying it feels like a super boss. Because like I said, this is way harder than everything else in the game so far. Way, 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 way more punishing. And it breaks the rules of all the other bosses too. I think the Breath's Protector was the only other one that ever had like something that kind of broke the rules of like, this thing just deals more damage to you. And it not only deals more damage, it just completely obliterates your protection in one hit, so... Way, way harder than anything else in the game. I guess I can talk for this attempt since I'm already talking, but... Ow. Well, this is going well already. Yeah. That's what happens when I talk. It's definitely way harder than anything else. But yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like a super boss, it feels like. But maybe it's just a regular boss. They just, you know... It's like the one boss where they really, really expect you to learn all the attacks and everything. Ah, damn it. This is such a like cop out, but but it's so me. I was so locked in and focused there, and I felt pretty good about that. I heard the saxophone start because the music starts to change when you get to that phase, and it distracted me for a split second because I love saxophones, and I was like, oh cool, the music's changing, and then I took the hit because I delayed a little bit. Damn you, ADHD. Damn you, and damn this stupid, useless brain. Ah, I was a second too early. Just a second too early on that dodge. This is one I know I can do. Like, I have it there. The problem, as always with me, is just maintaining focus for an extended period of time. Which is just such a gargantuan task for me. But I can dodge all the attacks. I know them all now. I just have to last. And that's always the biggest problem for me. Whoa. I mean, okay. I mean, I saw the platform moving, but I was like, is it just shaking or is it actually going down? Okay, well, I thought that was the run there, but if I'm not going to be able to touch the ground, I think we've lost. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, especially since they still have a pretty damn good amount of HP at that phase. But I'm kind of coasting by on this thing healing me. So if I can't stand on the ground, I think I'm kind of screwed. Like, I was pretty locked in there, but I didn't expect another thing to happen. But having to kind of fly in the air and win the fight that way, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. We'll see. I'll give it a try. I just don't think I'm good enough for that. I thought I was enough to the right that I wouldn't be hit by that. Yeah. The platform in the middle falling is I can get to the second phase pretty easily, and I feel like I can get pretty close, but that platform falling, ooh, I am suspect about my ability to actually do that. We'll see though. I got nothing but time. All me sitting here doing this is going to cost me is potentially all my other videos not going up the next few days, but we'll see. We'll see. If I'm stuck on this for like the next 3 hours, you know, we'll know why the videos didn't show up, because I'm bad. Woof. It is so hard to stay alive in that phase. That was pretty close, but yeah, like, my damage is kind of the lacking thing here. Like, they're not only the most difficult bosses so far, they also seem to be the tankiest. Like, they just take a ludicrous amount of damage. So, I don't know. Energy recharges when taking damage. Like, some of these energy recharge things might be worth. Like, this obviously needs to be on. This I'm like kind of using, but it's not that useful. Create an explosion around me when I take a hit could be useful. Additional layer of protection, large energy increase, like that would help for the final phase. Quickly defeating an enemy that has hit MIO restores, yeah. Dodging generates an energy shard, could be very nice too. Trail that hurts enemies after using the hairpin. That could be kind of fun. I don't know is the problem. That's the main issue. Quicker recovery after getting hit. Let's uninstall that and see if we can put on like... What was one of these? Dodging... I think the attacking gives you more energy is what I need. So, large energy increased when attacking, put that on, and then we can just put this back on too. Alright, let's give that a go, see if that maybe fixes some things. I'm very close. I kind of just need to be able to survive in that final phase, which is way easier said than done. I screwed up there. Got them mixed up. When they both do the sweep, I think that's the hardest attack for me to deal with. Because I feel like that's where I'm consistently taking my damage. When they both do the sweep. Because I dodge one, but then my cooldown isn't off... My dodge isn't off cooldown in time to dodge the second one, so I do have to, like, jump it. And, yeah, I keep screwing that up. I can rarely even get to that third phase, so that's especially why I'm like, I really don't have much hope for this. At least right now, like maybe there's a damage upgrade somewhere I can get that would maybe make it a little bit easier, but I have like all of the damage increasing things I can have on currently, while also having things that help me manage my energy better on, and it's difficult. Yeah. Yeah, without that platform, it becomes much harder to deal with, especially when they do that sweep. Because, I dodge once, and I might still get hit by the other one, and you kind of just have your sail and your hair trigger, I guess, to kind of save you, which using the hair trigger when there's no ground to land on is kind of scary, because if you don't actually get a hit on them, or you don't hit one of the little shards, you're not getting your energy back and you're just going to fall to your death. So, definitely scary. That was just a bummer. I was doing pretty well, and then I just took a hit when I shouldn't have there on one of the attacks. Like I said, the double delayed sweep is what keeps getting me. Where one appears, charges the sweep, sweeps, and then the other one sweeps like just a little bit after. It's like just barely not enough time for my dodge to be off cooldown. If there was a thing that just made it where my dodge had less of a cooldown, this would be so much easier. But that dodge cooldown is killing me currently. Because so many of the times I get hit, it's because I dodged the first hit, but I just don't, like, I press dodge, but I can't use it yet, basically. I'll talk again for this attempt, you know? Then maybe that'll help a little bit. Maybe I can get my mind off of things. This never works. This never works, mind. But maybe I can get my mind off of things and succeed just by, you know, chatting my way through it. Maybe it'll work. It won't work, but, you know, we try. Sometimes it can help. My nose is itchy. That's why I didn't hit them at all there, but this will also give people a good, like, look at how I'm kind of doing things currently. Just a good peek into the mind, you know? There's the first phase down. You do that pretty consistently now. Honestly, this phase, in some ways, I find easier than the other one, just because them teleporting around kind of gives you more time to prepare for what they're going to do, I guess, in a weird way. They also have a little flash to let you know when you're supposed to dodge their attack when they do that there. They also have one here, although I did it way too early that time. I got my shield back anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is bad. Okay, I'm good. Somehow, I managed to survive that. Like you can see, even with talking now, I am doing a little bit better. Like, still not perfect, mind, but we're doing better. We're getting closer. So, you know, we're getting there. It's mostly just surviving that previous, or that last phase. Be really, really cool if you had, yeah, see, that's the attack I'm talking about. When that happens, I so often just get screwed. Ow. Okay, I should be dead. I am not living through this now. Yep, I'm super dead. Yeah, like, see, if that happens, I guess hair trigger would have been the way for me to survive that, I suppose. I think that would have been the path forward. I'm not sure, though. Like I said, we're getting closer, but it is definitely the hardest thing in the game so far. And it's kind of shocking, because yeah, nothing else has been even remotely close to this, and this doesn't appear to be the final boss. But like I said, it might be a super boss. Oh, I tried to hair trigger onto that thing. But I can't unless I have full, and I did not have full. That was probably the best attempt so far. I think I did pretty okay on that attempt. But yeah, not being able to hair trigger unless I have full meter makes it so you really do just have to... You're basically just floating. By just getting energy back and repeatedly hitting the enemies. But the problem is like, if you don't have your double jump and you don't have any way to hit them or hair trigger to them, you can just get stuck into some rough situations. But we keep trying. That was pretty close. Oh my god, I actually did it. I wasn't even paying attention to the health bar there. I was completely locked in. Alright, well, we did it. I mean, sorry I had to do that to you two, but you were kind of assholes. The last embedder, Soul. Let's listen. Fine. Go. Go see for yourself. Go see the failure that disgraces us all. Go and learn that sometimes the truth does not yield answers. Alright, I'll be on my way. You could have just told me, instead of trying to murder me. You could have just been like, go and see. You know, you could have just done that, but instead you had to be assholes, and then I had to murder one of you, so enjoy death, I guess.